So we made it 16 miles today from Amicalola Falls, and we're at Hawks Mountain campground, which it's cool. There's like 30 sites, and they're all it's a developed campground, which is sweet. It's kind of primitive. There's like a privy that's maintained by someone with a shovel, and there are 3 bear boxes. They're all kind of around the middle. We camped by the bear box at campsite 20, and when I went to go put our food in there, there was a little pile of wet stuff in the corner that looked like mud, and it ended up it smelled like vomit. So I had to go, and it's all right. I only had to head up the hill about 5 camp spots, or 8, I don't know, maybe 8 total. And I got us a clean place to store our food, but pretty nice place. And there's no cell phone service here, and for as many people that are supposed to be out here, I think only 6 of the campsites have tents, and my wife and I, we each have our own tent. So we just set up on one kind of like more convenient site, and all is well. So all in all, it was a good day. Super beautiful hike today, and I'm looking forward to going on day number 2. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Well, day 2, Appalachian through hike attempt. Dan and Katie's a couple feet behind me, and we just departed Hawks Mountain campsite, which is, I don't know, close to so we just departed Hawks Mountain campsite, which is 8 miles from the top of Springer, and like 16 miles from Amicalola. So we don't know how far we're going today. Wind came in last night, and it was blowing a pretty cold air. I'd say it's 34. It's definitely over freezing, but it's freaking cold. And anyway, still excited. Looking forward to having a good day of cruising, and heading north. Well, despite the wind, it's still a pretty nice day today. The mountains are still bare. We haven't seen any budding on the trees yet. There have been a couple little flowers. Some pretty stuff down in the bottoms. But yeah, it's this side of the ridge is really nice because we're on I guess it's the leeward side. I don't know if that's what it's called. We're not on the side that's getting hit by the wind. But damn, the wind came through and really was a handful last night. Luckily, we also camped in an area that was, you could just hear it roaring, just a couple hundred feet above us, going through the trees. And where we were, I probably caught 3 or 4 good gusts last night that kind of blew the bottom of my tent up and pulled a bunch of air through, but not a big deal. Anyway, we're only like 2 miles in at this point, and just thought I'd do a quick video of what the day looks like with the sun. I'm just hoping it becomes nicer, but I'll take whatever at this point. Hey, stopped for a lunch at a creek. I believe this is, I can't remember the name of this creek actually, but we're about, I don't know, half mile to Gooch's Gap, and there's another creek behind us about a mile and a half. We stopped there and had a quick victual. It was pretty cool. You see the boss heading up the trail there. These little stream valleys are sweet. You can really put down a lot of miles, and they're always gentle and rolling, and you're not dealing with getting beat up on the ridge. Today it's super windy. It's gusting 25 right now on the ridge, and that's not going to be done until 9 o'clock tonight. So it's just nice to get down here and take off a couple layers and actually enjoy the sun. And if you're quiet enough, you can hear the wind. Well, it's 7, I think it's going on 7:30 right now. We're pushing out to Jarrett's Gap, which is a campground, and a couple other things too. Hopefully they have like a bear box there, but we've been the other campgrounds have been full, so, and with this wind, the only other places to camp are in areas that are heavily exposed to the wind, which it's supposed to die down at 9, but if it doesn't, you don't want to be sucking wind all night. It just could get dangerous. I mean, last night, just the few gusts of wind that blew through our camp were enough to like essentially take the cold out of my sleeping mat. But yeah, so here I am up on a ridge, and Jarrett's Gap is right before the start of Blood Mountain, which is great because it'd just be a good time for us good place to start from at least. And get up in the morning and just hammer out Blood Mountain, and then the rest of the day is smooth sailing, hopefully. Back at Lance Creek Campground, which is supposed to only have 4 sites. If you ever feel like you're getting there into the evening, 0.3 of a mile before it, there's a really good little spot, and there's probably 3 other spots just within 0.3 mile before Lance Creek Campground. Definitely recommend hitting those. Anyway, here, check out this trail. It's sweet right now. Nobody's out. Everybody calls it a day around 3 or 4 o'clock. So, you know, the upside of this whole deal is that we get all this trail to ourselves, which I don't mind so much. So anyway, yeah, we're about 20 miles in today. I'll talk to you later. Bye.